Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining in for this event. Allow us a few minutes to wait for everybody to join in. In the meanwhile, grab your snacks, grab a seat, and ready yourselves because it's going to be an exciting journey. Okay, now that everyone's joined, let's finally get started. My name is Sahil, and I will be your host for this afternoon. On behalf of Team Nirvana, allow me to thank all of you for joining us for one of our most anticipated events for the year, the unveiling of the Nirvana Pro Series. But before we go ahead with that, let me clear a few logistics for this event. While we would love to go one on one with all of you and take all of your questions personally, due to the amount of people joining this meeting, we have muted the mics. Please feel free to jot down all of your questions in the comment section below, and we will be sure to take up all of them in the Q&A section in the end of the event. Let's get back to the Nirvana Pro series, where we have the Nirvana IV Pro, which is our flagship model and which gives us the right to call ourselves the first Indian brand to have partnered with Dolby Atmos, and the Nirvana Zenith Pro, which promises to elevate your audio experience. Now, allow me to introduce our amazing panelists for this afternoon. First, we have Shyam Vedantam, our Chief Product Officer, who is going to walk us through the amazing tech that powers the Nirvana Pro series. Next, we have Vedansh Kumar, the Head of Brand Marketing at Boat, who's going to walk us through Nirvana's journey from its origin till now and the sound council behind the Nirvana Pro series. But what is the Sound Council? The Sound Council isn't just another collaboration. It is the coming together of three big industry names, three masters of their craft. We have the cinematic visionary Imtiaz Ali, India's very own tech guru, technical Guruji, and last but not the least, 4 times Grammy-winning sound engineer, Luca Bignardi, who have all come together to co-tune the Nirvana Pro series to give the Indian consumer an audio experience that is truly elevated. Before we can talk more about the Nirvana Pro series though, we must understand what is Nirvana. So I pass it on to Vedansh now to walk us through Nirvana's journey.
Thank you, Sahil, and thank you everyone for joining us today for this very, very special launch event. So the birth of Nirvana, or the genesis of Nirvana, really started with a simple observation of the customer, right, as all things do at boAt. And what we realize is that the customer is evolving, right? Their need for a better sounding product has evolved. And thanks to a lot of people who have joined us on this call today, the customer today is exposed to better benchmarks, global standards of what a good audio product should look like and what it should sound like. They're consuming more content now than ever when they're on the move, right? Putting all of this together, we knew that the benchmark is now higher than ever. The customer wants more from their product, and that's what we wanted to deliver through Nirvana. So truly, when somebody hears or thinks of Nirvana, what we want them to sort of expect is these three things, right? Three or four things. First is refined aesthetics. Second is superior build quality. Amazing tech partnerships with global giants. And fourth and last but not the least, which is a sound experience that really punches above its weight, right? And in the journey of Nirvana, when we really wanted to materialize this into a reality, that's when Sham and the folks at boAt Labs really spent so much time in R&D, and along this journey also brought on board, like I said, these industry giants to help materialize this dream of Nirvana, right? So industry giants like Dolby, Mimi, Knowles, LDAC have all come and become a part of this entire journey for Nirvana, right? And what started back in 2022 with Nirvana Ion has now become a very expansive portfolio of products like Nirvana X, Nirvana Crystal, Space, just to name a few. And now today, I think we're so excited to present the next chapter within the Nirvana series, which is the Nirvana Pro Series, our true and most flagship series yet.
Thank you so much for that, Vedansh. It is really reassuring to know that boAt really dives deep into the consumer experience and really tries to get into the mind of the consumer and puts in the necessary R&D to give its consumers the experience that they deserve. Which brings me to Sham sir, please walk us through the journey, the technical journey behind the Nirvana Pro Series.
Thanks, Sahil. Firstly, welcome to you all on this launch event of our Nirvana Pro Series. I'm really excited to talk to you about our thought process and our vision behind these products. This is not really, any other TWS product launch. These products are truly special for us. So let me, take a moment and walk you through this journey. Right from the initial days of the product conception, we were very clear that we wanted to, build a product, build a set of products that are truly differentiated. And at boAt Labs, we've always tried to push the envelope in terms of, democratizing technology, making technology truly affordable, and we have continued to engage with the best of best in terms of our global partners in bringing this vision to life. But this time, right, we wanted to take it a notch further. We wanted to do something truly, more than that, right? So at the very initial stages of the product design life cycle, we enlisted the help of the Sound Council, who are truly experts in their own field. And the way they have really helped us is in developing better understanding of the voice of the customer, and they have also helped us ensure that our product goals are aligned with this voice of customer, and the product truly encapsulate what customers really want. So that's a little bit about the vision of the product, but then I'm sure let's move on to what you all have been truly waiting for, right? I think so. Let me first walk you through pull the curtains on these amazing products, Nirvana IV Pro and Nirvana Zenith Pro. So without much further ado, let's take a look at the product videos.
Yeah, need a beefy.
Body move, your body, you move, body move, your body,
You're running through my mind with a shotgun. I'm running out of time, but I'm not done. Yeah, I don't need to run, it will come to me. I don't need to fight, but I keep moving. Even what I lose, yeah, I keep moving. Put 'em on
Experience sound reimagined with Nirvana Zenith Pro, co-tuned by pros.
These product videos are truly amazing. I mean, the products look absolutely cutting edge. But I feel like we should really now hear from the sound council behind the Nirvana Pro series. Let's hear it from the people who co-tuned the Nirvana Pro series.
These two new products in the Nirvana family definitely change the way we hear sound while being on the go.
Working with the Nirvana team was very collaborative, it was dynamic, it was a new experience for me.
My approach was to make a good balance.
Both these products, they bring in some new key innovations in this price bracket specifically.
This is what I believe about cinema, that it is an audio-led experience. This philosophy of mine could translate into a unique product. I'm happy about that.
While we developed the Zenith Pro and the Ivy Pro, it was completely fantastic.
This is a Grammy-winning sound.
I think together we've managed to create art.
These videos have really got me hyped up. I mean, Sham, I can't wait anymore. Let's unveil the Nirvana Pro series.
I think before we do that, we should really do it in technical Guruji style, right? I think he'd be kind of proud of us. So
Absolutely.
On the count of three, yes, 1, 2, 3. तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं. Superb. I think, firstly, Sham, I must compliment everyone on the design of both these products, right?
Thank you.
The clear case design on the Zenith Pro is a personal favorite for me. But even the Ivy Pro, the way that matte finish blends with that whole metallic finish, it's absolutely lovely.
Yeah, we did a lot of iterations on the clear case design of Ivy Pro, and even on getting the exact contrast right between the matte finish and the metallic finish of the Nirvana Ivy Pro. Yeah, and I think we're proud of the way both these products have turned out.
Yeah, I think you know, one thing that's very important for me is always the fit of the product, right? And I think it's a
How do you like it?
really snug fit. I think this is something that's not going to fall out of my ear, at least when I'm working out. Even the placement of the stem, the touch, it feels super intuitive.
That's great.
Okay, these products look absolutely amazing. I mean, I feel a little left out not having them in my hands. I hope I'm going to get one of them in the mail tomorrow. They look absolutely amazing. Sir, let's move on to the tech, to the specs. Let's get down to business and let's talk about the specs behind the Nirvana Pro series.
Sure. Let me first start with Zenith Pro. First up, we of course have hybrid adaptive ANC, which is at 52 dB of noise attenuation. And this has been tuned along with inputs from technical Guruji, who helped us essentially identify the right type of data sets for tuning the ANC algorithms. Next up, we have spatial audio that has been tuned along with legendary movie director Imtiaz Ali. That offers a truly cinematic movie experience for this product. And then finally, we have high-res audio and LDAC support for these products. Well, that's about Zenith Pro, now let's move on to Ivy Pro. Ivy Pro again has a host of wonderful features. It's truly feature loaded and feature packed. First up, we have again hybrid ANC now at 52 dB level of noise attenuation, tuned again with a technical Guruji. And we have also boAt signature audio sound. This time we have taken up our boAt signature audio sound to the next level in terms of sophistication and refinement with inputs from Grammy Award winning recording engineer Luca Bignardi. So the sound profile that Nirvana Ivy Pro has is truly balanced in all of its aspects, right? And every single nuance, every single finesse in terms of detail comes out very clearly. The lows are very punchy and strong without being overpowering. The mids are very clear. The treble and highs are really crystal clear. In all essence, right? In all senses, it's a truly symphonic experience for your ears. And finally, we have the hero feature. Nirvana Ivy Pro is optimized for Dolby Atmos, and this has been co-tuned again by Imtiaz Ali to offer a cinematic movie experience. In addition, it also has Dolby head tracking. So with help from these masters of movie magic, right, Dolby and Imtiaz Ali, we have actually achieved a truly cinematic movie watching experience. So all of this is now available regardless of the content and also regardless of on all screens, right? On screens of all sizes, be it mobile phones, tablets, or even computers. In addition to this, what Nirvana Ivy Pro also has is Dolby head tracking that offers immersive experience, not just for movie watching, but also for casual mobile gaming as well. So this is all of this, has been possible through collaborations, and these collaborations go through go much more beyond technology, right? So we have over the last couple of years partnered with Dolby, who have been a very valuable player in our technology journey, not just in terms of personal audio, but also in home audio. So to tell us more about this partnership and to provide more insights, I would like to call upon my friend Karan Grover, who is the Senior Director of Commercial Partnerships for Dolby. Karan, over to you.
So, hi, good afternoon, everyone. And apologies I couldn't join in personally. Thanks, Vedansh, and thanks, Sham. You can already see I'm in the Nirvana mode after listening to that you guys have finally created. And Dolby takes a lot of pride in working like companies like boAt, because we together think we have to bring the best in class consumer experience to the end consumer, and nothing better than this partnership. For everyone, we started this journey about 4 years back. Sham and his team and Rajesh and Nanda at Dolby, right from SoC selection to what feature set, and everything has been very carefully designed. This is one of the best head TWS that I've ever heard. A big congratulations to the boAt team. And what could be better than icing on the cake have Imtiaz sir, whom I'm personally a big fan of. Every time I watch Jab We Met or I'm depressed, I watch Jab We Met and I message Imtiaz sir. The ears that he has for music is unbelievable, and collaborating with him and delivering these two key experiences, the number one being this TWS is optimized for Dolby Atmos. Whether you're enjoying cinema, playing games, or listening to music, or watching any web series, it will give you the best in class experience possible in your ears. The second thing is Dolby head tracking. In very layman language, I'll try and explain what head tracking stands for. We have this tendency of, looking at left, right, up, down. And what head tracking does is, It recalibrates the sound and puts you in the center of the scene. So truly delighted and congratulations once again for launching the Nirvana Pro Series. And the partnership just does not end here. Our partnership with Boat is going to be a lot of new announcements in the coming few months, from personalized audio to living room. So you'll have a series of soundbars with Atmos and Dolby audio as an experience coming. Over to you, Sham and Vedansh.
Thank you so much, Karan, for joining this event, and thank you for your very kind words. This is the exact collaboration that we need as brands to grow together. Speaking of collaboration, Vedansh, how did the Nirvana team zero in on these three names for the Sound Council? What was the behind the scenes like with the Sound Council, and how was the process of co-tuning the Nirvana Pro Series with the Sound Council like?
Great question. Thanks again, Sahil. So it was very interesting, right? We knew that there were three broad use cases that we were really catering to. And like I said at the beginning, Nirvana is always going to be about the right kind of partnership. So when we were hunting for these partners, we said we need the right representation, the right balance between tech and voice of customer. Right. So when we were looking at cinema as a use case, immediately the entire team, they drifted towards Imtiaz sir's name, right? Because music and sound is so integral to his films. It's what makes his world so much lovable, so much more believable, because he spends and he's obsessed with the details that go behind the sound design of it. Right? So when we said that, okay, who do we bring in to really curate the best cinema experience for the end user, Imtiaz sir became a go-to choice for us, right? Speaking of Luca, I think Luca Binyadi is a very interesting individual to work with, because he is a thoroughbred professional. He's got decades of experience in engineering sound that has won accolades that we can only dream of, right? A 4-time Grammy winner. And he also brings in a very global outlook towards the product, right? I think we genuinely believe that our customers are so much exposed to what's happening in the world that their sound profiles have also evolved accordingly, right? So Luca really came on board with his engineering expertise and this, his global experience to get us this truly international sound profile for the product. And what can one say about technical Guruji, right? He's a voice that's been trusted by millions. He's such an authority in the field, and therefore it became extremely critical for us to bring him on board to tune one of the most important aspects of a TWS, I truly believe, which is the ANC aspect of it, right? And in this case, we've elevated that regular ANC experience to a hybrid adaptive ANC experience, which essentially smartly tunes or calibrates the ANC and the decibels that it cancels out basis the environment that you're in, right? And one very important part of this entire process was, how do you train these ANC algorithms, right? What is the data set, like Sham mentioned, on which these algorithms have been trained? And Technical Guruji actually went through the sort of toil of physically going to these spaces, collecting all of these different kinds of noises that a customer would possibly be exposed to in the real world, and then allowed us to sort of train and then fine-tune our algorithms basis that data set. So it was truly a collaborative effort where, we brought them on board at a very early stage, right, so that we had their inputs right from the get-go.
Okay, I have to say this again, but it is commendable the amount of work that gets put behind making sure that the consumer gets nothing but the very best. But given the amount of value that the Pro Series brings to the table, its feature pack, and the names, the industry giants that are backing the Nirvana Pro Series, I really want to know, what is the price tag on these TWS earphones?
I think, Sahil, before we even go to the price point, I think we should definitely give the viewers an insight of the process that went into designing these products, and they should hear it truly from the horse's mouth, which are our Sound Council, right? So I would love for that video to play for everyone.
Hi, I'm Luca Bignardi, and I co-tuned both signature sound on Nirvana Ivy Pro. We created a sound experience that makes the listener feel every sound, every frequency in a very clear way.
Nirvana and I have co-tuned the finest hybrid adaptive ANC experience for you. हमने बेसिकली बाहर जाके इन रियल वर्ल्ड इनको टेस्ट किया so that you get the best experience of noise cancellation. It is definitely outperforming in its segment.
I think together we've managed to create art.
Hi, I'm Imtiaz Ali, and I have co-tuned Dolby Atmos on Nirvana IV Pro. It comes with the head tracking feature. It gives you a dynamic surround sound experience. It's the kind of sound that takes you to the place.
I mean, it's so interesting to see the process behind the co-tuning with the sound council, which brings me back to my question before, which is the industry giants that are backing these earphones, the names that have co-tuned these earphones, and the amount of features that it has. What is the price tag like? I'm expecting it to really be heavy on my wallet. I mean, this is absolutely insane, given the amount of value that these earphones bring to the table. They are really available at a very, very accessible price. So now, the last question that remains is obviously, where can we get these earphones and when? So the Nirvana IV Pro is going to be an Amazon special and will also be available on the Boat website from 10th of July, 12 p.m. And the IV Zenith Pro will be available on both Amazon and Flipkart, as well as Boat's D2C website, again from 10th July, 12 p.m. This brings us to the last part of our event, the Q&A section. We will go through some of the questions that you have jotted down, and I will read them out for the panel. Okay, let's see what we have. Okay, I like this one. What are the key upgrades that the IV and the Zenith Pro have from their predecessors?
Okay, you want me to take that question?
Yeah, sure.
Hey, sure. So I think there has been a host of upgrades from the predecessor versions of IV Pro and Zenith Pro. Firstly, both these products now feature hybrid adaptive ANC as opposed to hybrid ANC. The key difference being adaptive ANC essentially is an adaptive algorithm, as the name indicates, which tunes the level of ANC attenuation depending upon ambient noise conditions automatically, without the user having to select a specific level, a preset of ANC. So this is one difference between the previous product and this one. So Zenith Pro has 50 dB level of ANC attenuation, whereas IV Pro has 52 dB. In addition to that, both these products also now feature adaptive EQ by Mimi. So this is essentially a personalized equalization audio experience where the entire sound profile is tuned based upon users' listening experiences and hearing levels. In addition to that, we also have a host of smart features which include in-ear detection, multi-device connectivity, which is a key ask, and in addition to that, it also supports fast pair. One key addition that both these products again has is high-res audio with LDAC. Now coming to IV Pro. IV Pro is our flagship product, and this includes Dolby Atmos support with head tracking, and along with that it also includes dual drivers for that enriched music experience. And Zenith Pro has now enhanced battery life. It provides up to 80 hours of battery life, and you essentially get up to 240 minutes of charge on 240 minutes of runtime on just 10 minutes of charge for that really kick-ass battery performance.
Great, thank you so much. You've got me thinking I need to change my earphones now and upgrade.
You should.
Yeah. All right, next question. So the Dolby Atmos feature that's present on both the earphones, is it dependent on the phone or the device that's being used?
No, it's not. It's not dependent on either the content nor the device or the phone from which you are playing the content from. So the way this whole Dolby Atmos experience is tuned is that it is content agnostic, and you get the same experience regardless of whether you use it from a phone or a tablet or from a laptop. And this is something that is unlike our competitor brands. This is the enhanced Dolby experience that we offer on our devices.
Alright, that's great, that's great. Okay, I like this question a lot. Feels like a little bit of a curveball. So I think Vedant, this is to you. Both products are known for their bass and design. What have we done differently this time?
No, I think I was secretly expecting this question to come from someone. No, I think there is acknowledgement that we did have a sound profile that was a little more bass forward, right? And the intention with the Nirvana Pro Series is truly to create a very balanced sound profile. And that's the reason why, of course, right at the R&D stage as well, I think our team put our best foot forward to achieve that balanced profile. And along with the sound council, I think that's where they really upped the game for us, right? Where they pushed our teams, pushed us constantly to figure out how do you strike that balance between all the different layers so that nothing gets lost, nothing gets garbled, and no one element overpowers the other, right? So Luca, coming from this rich heritage of sound engineering and his Grammy-winning sort of profile, he pushed us by actually creating a track where we could figure if every instrument that he's used is audible or not. Similarly, Imtiaz also pushed us to do the same, right? So I think both these experts came together along with our R&D team to really create, firstly being aware that this was something that we were trying to solve for, and then really enabling us to create a balanced sound profile.
It's really good to see both making strides with their products. Okay, give me a second to look for the next question. Okay, I like this one. What was the feedback session with the sound council like, and was their feedback really incorporated?
I think I should take this one. So I think the feedback session was fairly candid, right? Like we got these guys on at a very early stage in the process of the product. So let me actually take you one by one. So, Imtiaz sir, because he's the creator of all of this amazing films that we've all grown up to and we've loved, right? He knew exactly in which scene what sort of ambient sound that he had created, or what sound design element that him and his team had put, right? So when he went back and he sort of was experimenting and experiencing this product, he knew what was lacking in what scene. So he played his content over and over again on this, and he pointed out categorically कि यहाँ पे ना इस सीन में हमने ऐसा एक इंस्ट्रूमेंट डाला था जो that belongs to that era, right? But that's somewhere getting lost. So his inputs was two-parter. One was to ensure that every element of sound design that any director or any creator puts in their content is translated to the end customer. And his second feedback was on the way the spatial experience truly sounds, right? I think most sort of spatial experiences makes the consumer feel like they're somewhere in the room and the voice is coming from a room. But where Imtiaz sir really pushed us is where he said that it needs to put the customer either in the shoes of the kirdar or the character in the film, or at least in a cinema hall, right? So they should get that grand expanse in the spatial sound, right? So that's what Imtiaz sir with Luca, what he did was that in a studio he actually got a group of musicians to create a very detailed track, right, where different instruments came together and different instruments at different frequencies. So when he created that track, that's what he tested out on this product when he was creating this boat signature sound profile. So he ensured once again that balance is maintained between all the elements, and no part of the sound profile was sort of overpowering the other. And Technical Guruji, like I mentioned before as well, that he wanted to push us on the data set itself on which the ANC algorithms are being trained. So he went down physically to all of these places, collected these different noise samples, and sort of brought it back to the lab for the team to sort of test it against the product, right? And that's how we essentially integrated their feedback as well.
Alright, that's great. So that's about the feedback that you got from the Sound Council. I found this question, and it's about the user feedback. So The question reads, was any user feedback incorporated into the development of this new product?
Yeah, I'll take that. Well, I think consumer feedback is an important aspect of product design, right? Right at the concept stage, we listen to the voice of the customer. We spend a lot of time in analyzing essentially what customer is asking for, and we incorporate their feedback into our products. So few specific areas where we factored in customer feedback for these products. One is in the area of fit and ergonomics, which will enable the user to wear these products all day long, so that without any pain or discomfort. So that's one area. The second area is in terms of the ANC performance. I think as I mentioned this earlier, right? I think the entire ANC performance for both of these products has been taken up another level with adaptive ANC support. The third area is essentially around the whole support for multi-device connectivity and ability to pair multiple devices simultaneously and seamlessly switch between your phone and your laptop and your computer. That's another area where we brought in this feature on both of these products. And then finally, of course, in terms of the overall audio profile, as Vedansh also mentioned earlier, right? Tuning these products in line with what customers expect and offer a more balanced, rich, refined audio profile is an area where we enlisted, of course, the help of Sound Council and where we tune these products through multiple iterations to get it really right. So I think these are a few areas where we have really taken our product feedback from our consumers.
I'm sure our consumers are going to be very excited to get their hands on this product. Now, while we would love to answer more of your questions and we could go all day with this, we're kind of running short on time, so we'll have to cut the Q&A session a little short. But don't worry, if some of your questions were left unanswered, please get in touch with your POCs, give them your questions, and we will ensure that we send across our answers to all of your questions through your POCs. This brings us to the end of this event. Thank you all for joining us for one of our most special events of the year, the launching of the Nirvana Pro Series. We cannot wait for this product to hit the markets and change the audio experience of the Indian consumers forever. We cannot wait for you guys to get your hands on this product and give us your feedback. Thank you all for joining us for this very special event.